Welcome back, Pre-K. And I was thinking again about that Bible verse that says, we love him because he first loved us. And I thought, wow, you know what? Those are two very different kinds of love. The way that I love God is way different than how he loves me, because he loves me so much more. His love is the greatest, because he is the greatest. He's God. And I thought, wow, I could never love him the way that he loves me. I wish I could. But guys, we're people. We're humans. And God's love is perfect. And I just love that. And I started thinking about how I want to love him more. I want to love him more because he loved me, because he first loved me. I want to learn how to love God more and more. And there's a sad story. I have to tell you that there's a sad story in the Bible about a man who needed to learn some things about how to love God. And I got to tell you, it's not easy when we are just people. We're just human beings. And we are not perfect like God. It's hard for us to love the way that we should. We have that sin problem. Remember, all have sin. We have that sin problem. And so it keeps us from really loving the way that we should, loving others the way we should, loving God the way we should. But I was thinking about this story, and it made me think about how I can love God better. There was a man who came up to Jesus, and he was a rich ruler, and he was, you know, kind of in charge, and he was a very important man. And he came up to Jesus and he said, teacher, because they thought of Jesus as a teacher about God, teaching about God. And he said, teacher, what should I do so that I can have eternal life, everlasting life? How can I get eternal life? Now, Jesus kind of questioned him, and he said, well, you know the 10 Commandments? Do you know all the rules? Do you know have you obeyed all the rules? And guess what, guys? None of us obey all the rules all the time. We can't. We have that sin problem, remember? I'm so glad that Jesus forgives our sin, but we still have that sin that keeps us from being perfect. And this man, though, he thought he was perfect. He was very proud, and he thought he was perfect. He said, oh, Jesus, oh, yes. All those rules, all those 10 Commandments, Jesus, I've been obeying those rules since I was just a little boy. I've been doing the right thing every time. I always do what I'm supposed to. And Jesus knew the truth. You know, he's God after all. And Jesus knew the truth, and he thought, this man, he's being proud, and he's lying. He's lying about doing the right thing all the time, because Jesus knew he didn't always do the right thing all the time. Nobody besides God is perfect. And so Jesus said, oh, really? Really? You really love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, strength? And you really love your neighbor as yourself? Really? Because those are the two most important commandments. Do you really obey those? And he's like, oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, all the time, Jesus. I just am perfect. And Jesus said, okay, well, show me that love, and go give things. Go give to the poor. Go give what you have to the poor. Go, sell what you have. Give some money to the poor to help them and show that you love others. Uh-oh. All of a sudden, that man went, well, I don't really love others that much. I don't really love God enough to obey that rule. know what? He had lots of money, lots of wealth. He was very wealthy. And he didn't want to give up what he had. And he thought, I don't want to do that. So when he realized he couldn't really earn his eternal life, none of us can earn our eternal life, but he thought he could. He thought he was good enough to earn eternal life for himself, and that he could just be good enough on his own, which we can't. But when he realized, oh, I guess I can't be perfect, and I can't get eternal life all by myself, he walked away sad. He left Jesus and said, Jesus, I can't do that. I can't go give away what I have. And it made me think, are there some things that I have that I love more than Jesus? Oof, I hope not. And whatever it is, I want to put that below Jesus. I want Jesus to be first. I want to love him first because he first loved me. So guys, I want you to be thinking about that. I want you to be thinking about, how can I love God first? How can I put him number one? Because he's the best and he's first and he is God and that's what he deserves. All of my love and all of our love, we love him because he first loved us. Guys, I want you to be thinking about that today, and I'll see you in the next video.